আমাদের এ পর্বের আইস্টাইল অতিথি ডক্টর জন লেহি যুক্তরাষ্ট্রের কুইনিপিয়াক বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ের প্রেসিডেন্ট। সম্প্রতি ঢাকা বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ে আয়োজিত ইন্টারন্যাশনাল কনফারেন্স অন বিজনেস অ্যান্ড কমার্সে উদ্বোধনী বক্তা হয়ে এসেছিলেন। যুক্তরাষ্ট্রের প্রখ্যাত এই শিক্ষাবিদ বিভিন্ন ধরনের সমাজ উন্নয়ন কর্মকাণ্ডের সঙ্গেও জড়িত। John, welcome. I'm very excited you are in iStyle.
Well, I'm delighted to be on iStyle. I know what a popular program it is with the young people, and I'm an educator, so I'm always interested in young people.
This first time you're in Bangladesh. How is the experience so far? What is the impression?
Well, I spent most of my time at the University of Dhaka at a conference there, and I must say I find the people in Bangladesh very warm and welcoming and charming, and the students at the university are just as active, in my experience, as American students, and the faculty members are just as strong and committed to students as American faculty members.
You're a New Yorker, so what is the experience in Dhaka, traffic jam?
Well, we move fast, we talk fast, but I must say your traffic jams, I think, are even worse than New York.
You must be very lucky then.
Yeah, well, at least I won't complain about New York traffic in the future so much.
You got the opportunity to meet with our faculties and the students. You interacted with them. So how is your experience?
Yeah, they're very respectful. There's an air of formality about them, but they're very serious students too. The University of Dhaka is a great university. It's not just educating people here in Bangladesh. You've educated people that have gone on to jobs in America and really throughout the world in leadership positions. So you have a very proud tradition at the University of Dhaka, and I'm honored I got the experience to meet the students and the faculty.
You are leading one of the top universities in the States. So you have seen the Dhaka University as well. So what is the difference between a very good university and Dhaka University?
Well, I think they're following many of the same things we are in the United States. I mean, most of the faculty have at least had some experience in the United States and throughout the world. This conference was an international conference with professors from the United States, from Australia, from Canada, and all over the world. And it also tells me that the university, I met with the Vice Chancellor, or met with the Dean of the Business School, they're interested in making sure they're hearing the best ideas from around the world and educating the students here and the people of Bangladesh with all the best ideas from around the world. So I would rate them up there with among the very best universities in America, and very competitive with many of the universities certainly in America today.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it really is. Yeah, no, I think many of the things that they're doing are not only the past things we've done, but really the leading edge in terms of putting students first and making sure the students are engaged, that they're active learners. You know, the old style of teaching was professor lectures to the students and the student is very passive. I saw at the University of Dhaka engagement of students, asking them questions, getting them to be active learners. So those are the very best pedagogical activities and techniques that you would find in America or anywhere else in the world.
iStyle, সৌজন্যে clear.
আসলে একজন লিডার হতে হলে তার অনেক কোয়ালিটি অ্যান্ড ক্যাপাবিলিটি থাকতে হয়। আমাদের অনেক লিডার আছেন যারা ভালো ম্যানেজার না, আবার অনেক ভালো ম্যানেজার আছেন যারা ভালো লিডার না। তো হি ইজ অ্যাকচুয়ালি কম্বিনেশন অফ বোথ। উনি মানুষকে মোটিভেট করতে জানেন, উনি মানুষকে লিডারশিপ দিয়ে এগিয়ে নিতে জানেন, এবং উনি ইনস্টিটিউশনকে অ্যাজ এ হোল ওনার ম্যানেজারিয়াল ক্যাপাবিলিটি দিয়ে অনেক এগিয়ে নিতে পারেন। এবং সেই কারণেই ওই এত বড় একটা ইউনিভার্সিটি খুব ওয়েল প্ল্যান্ড, ওয়েল আর্টিকুলেটেড, এবং তার ম্যানেজমেন্ট এবং তার লিডারশিপে আজকে সে সেকেন্ড র্যাঙ্ক ইন কানেকটিকাট। সুতরাং সেইখানেই আমরা বুঝতে পারি যে এরকম একটা ইউনিভার্সিটি কেন একজন লোককে, আরও এত লোক থাকা সত্ত্বেও 20 বছর তাকে ভাইস চ্যান্সেলর রেখেছেন। So I consider him as a leader.
Given the current political climate, what should the Bangladeshi students do who would like to go to the American universities?
No, I think it's unfortunate. We obviously presidents, come and go, and the current one is, I think, quite strong in his views that for security reasons. But unfortunately, I think he sent a message which is not an accurate message for the majority of people. That immigrants and foreign people from other countries are not welcome in the United States. Nothing could be farther from the truth. First of all, the popularity of our current president is 35%. So. 2/3 of the people, 65, do not agree with him. But I can tell you, as a university president and my colleagues, we haven't changed at all. We want students from all over the world to come to our university and to come here. It not only is an education for them, but they diversify our student body. And for our students who can't travel around the world for one reason or another, to expose them to students from different countries is very much an important part of our education, because our graduates are going to work all over the world. Even if they work in the United States, they'll work for multinational companies and global entities. So it's absolutely critical. So yeah, I think it's unfortunate that presidents speak for themselves. They don't speak for the entire country. And right now, I think it's unfortunate that that message is being sent out. I would certainly encourage, and particularly it's true of Muslim countries like Bangladesh. But I can tell you, Quinnipiac University, and I know I speak for the universities throughout America, we welcome Muslim students. We welcome all students of all persuasions, and we want them studying in our universities and making our universities stronger as a result of their presence.
Great. Thank you for the spirit.
We encourage our students in the United States to take an education in the United States in most cases, but we strongly encourage them to study abroad so that they get an experience either for a semester or a year. That's the best of both worlds. I would encourage the Bangladesh students and the University of Dhaka. It's a great university. Brock University is another university. I just met with the Vice Chancellor today, so I would encourage them to, if they can get in, it's competitive, to attend the best universities they have here in Dhaka, in Bangladesh, but include in that education at least a semester or a year studying in the United States or in Australia or wherever. I think the combination of those two are really the best. Most of the graduates, I would think, of your universities will end up spending most of their professional life here. So I think an education is always a little bit unique for your country or your community, but having an exposure to the United States and Western and different kinds of ways of doing things, I think is always an important thing and always will make you more successful.
I'm sure you have met with many Bangladeshi students.
I have.
So did you find any difference between the students who are in the other part of the planet and here?
No, I think, as I said, I think they're very active, they're very engaged, they're very serious. I think you have a British tradition here of seriousness, perhaps, and maybe formality that we don't have. I would say our students in the United States are a little more irreverent, particularly towards authority. Now, maybe they were especially formal with me because I'm a new person, but I think I witnessed even the Vice Chancellor and the Dean are very respectful. They use titles much more than we do in the United States. And my colleagues call me John. Here they're calling me Professor and Dr. Lahey and President Lahey.
So I'm calling you John.
Yeah, John is much preferred. So.
Do you have any Bangladeshi colleague or students in your university?
We have a very important Professor Lahey, is a graduate of the University of Dhaka, a distinguished graduate. He was a student leader when he was here, head of the debate society, one of the great students. He went to America, received a PhD, and he teaches in our business school. He's one of the most respected and beloved faculty members by our students. He's also a student leader. He's elected by his own faculty to be the head of the Faculty Senate, chair of the Faculty Senate. Quite an honor. He was a member of our board of trustees, and actually his niece is also a student, born and raised here in Dhaka, and she's currently a junior at the Quinnipiac University. So we don't have a huge number of Bangladeshi students, but I hope as a result of this visit, it's my first trip to Bangladesh, that we'll have relationships with some of the universities with which I met during this trip, and that will result in, we hope, faculty exchanges and student exchanges as well.
ডক্টর জন লেহি একজন গ্রেট লিডার। তার কনফারেন্সে আমি অ্যাটেন্ড করার পর খুবই ইন্সপায়ার ফিল করছি এবং তার লিডারশিপের যে ধরনটা সেটা খুবই ইন্সপায়ারিং ছিল এবং তার বিহেভিয়ারটা অনেকটা ফ্রেন্ডলি ছিল, যে কারণে আমরা ওনার বক্তব্যটা খুব সহজেই গ্রহণ করতে পেরেছি এবং আগে যাওয়ার এক ধরনের ইন্সপিরেশন পেয়েছি।
as a human being, he is full of curiosity. He is a great leader. He is beloved by our students. He is looked to as the person who is the person with the vision to make all of these very, very positive things happen. Our faculty absolutely loves to be at our university. When we get a job there, nobody leaves. You know, a little exaggeration, but hardly anybody leaves. And that's because of the leadership he's provided to make it such a wonderful working environment. If you want to contact him, he's very easy to contact. He lives a very simple lifestyle on campus. He's had the same office all 30 years. It's very, you know, it's nice, but it's not opulent. It's very simple, straightforward. He's very straightforward, trustworthy. Well, I've never seen another leader at our university. He's been the only president that I've served under, and that's true for many of us. But I've been at other universities, and I know of other university presidents. He's had a very creative way of bringing about an image of what our university could and should be, and then he did it. You know, sometimes people will talk about what they want to see or create a verbal picture, but he's actually made it happen.
You're a strategic leader. How our students can get the good leadership quality?
Well, I think there's nothing more powerful in the world than a clear idea. So I think you have to have a vision for your organization or your business or whatever your activity is. You have to be able to communicate that to many people. You can't be successful in an organization without having a lot of people around you who can execute on your vision and your plan. And you have to be able to work with people. You know, any organization, any activity, it's a team effort. So you have to understand people. People are motivated by different things, and so all those qualities: vision, an ability to have clear about what your mission is, be able to communicate that, and to be able to work with people and motivate them. I think those three things are the most important, really, in any organization, in any activity.
You're the president of a top-class university. If any student would like to go to your university or any good American university, what will be your suggestion to him or her?
Yeah, well, I'd say first of all, Quinnipiac University, our location is terrific for young people. We're located midway between Boston and New York City. 2 hours to Boston, an hour and a half to New York City. Those two cities have the highest concentration of college students anywhere in the world, the highest concentration of young people. So it's Connecticut is a beautiful and safe community to live, but we have two of the greatest cities in America, in Boston and New York, and those two cities attract students from all over the world. So I'd also say we have great opportunities at Quinnipiac. We have a College of Arts and Sciences, so we give students a great liberal arts education, but we have 8 professional schools that surround them. So a wide range of opportunities, whether they're interested in business or communications or education or nursing, health sciences, law, engineering, or medicine. We have all of those programs at Quinnipiac University. So they have an opportunity to learn about different professions and meet some of the best faculty members and interact with them. And our students are great. I think they would love our students. They too are, I think, are a welcoming group that supports young people. And you know, young people enjoy Quinnipiac. They stay there, and it's a great many activities that I think they would, as young people, be excited to experience during the years at American University.
John, thank you so much for being my guest.
Great, thank you for having me on iStyle. It was a great pleasure.
Thank you. দর্শক, আপনাদেরকে অনেক ধন্যবাদ আমাদের সাথে থাকার জন্য। পরের পর্বে অন্য কোনো অতিথিকে নিয়ে দেখা হবে, তার নিজের স্টাইল, কাজের স্টাইল নিয়ে কথা বলবো আমরা। Until I see you again in next week, I wish you a very good week. Goodbye.
iStyle. সৌজন্যে ক্লিয়ার।